wife and a girlfriend. It make you treat the best one better out of guilt and shame. But you ain't supposed to have no one woman. No species in nature other than the Western culture mindset of Americans have one woman. The Arab got 4-5 bitches. The Chinese got 3-4 bitches. The African got, everybody got 2, 3, 4, 5 more bitches except the American black man who got the white European Western culture mind because they come from the Queen of England and they say a nigga don't supposed to have one woman. No man could thrive and be vibrant with just one woman. Supposed to have multiple women.
They ain't even had one woman in the Bible.
Never throughout history have a great man had one woman. Only the peasant man is bound to one woman. But if you're a great man and you got king attributes and king characteristics, you get to have a queen and 3-4 hoes. They call them concubines. Honest to God truth, just read your Bible. No, nigga, you supposed to have your wife and a girlfriend. It make you treat the best one better.
So I'm back. So I want to talk about the clip you just saw. Charleston White, again, you know, Charleston White is funny to me. He, one of my, regardless, love him or hate him, or you think that he goes too far, you have to admit that he's funny, and sometimes he be saying some real stuff. That's why I've been following Charleston White since he really came out. I don't agree with everything he said, but even when you don't agree with them, you can admit that he's entertaining. And I think he's smart what he did, how he became famous. But anyway, so talking about what he just said in the clip. So he basically said that only in America do men believe in only having one woman. And he believes that every man should have basically a main girl and a side girl. And no man should be with one woman. That's dumb, basically. So, on this video, I actually agreed with them, but I wanted to go more in detail of why, because there wouldn't be no point in making a video. So, basically, because this is always something that become a big topic, and women hate this. Like, you know, women hate hearing this. They always, who hurt you, and always got something to say, but don't shoot the messenger, because this is how majority of men feel. Women just don't want to accept it. The only men that don't feel this way or say basically try to down talk men who think like this, or you know, that try to be on the women's side when it comes to men cheating and having multiple women, them usually is the worst men. AKA Derrick Jackson is a perfect example of that. Of a man who he sat up here and told women all day, don't take that man back from cheating and you deserve better and blah, blah, blah. And the whole time he was cheating on his wife. And that's how it be most of the time. That women don't understand is that the dudes who try to pander and tell y'all what y'all want to hear and go against what men typically are saying, what majority of men say, they're like the outliers. Most of the time, them be the worst dudes. And them the dudes who still believe that kissing a woman ass or telling her what she wants to hear is gonna get them laid. That's all it really is. It's just men catering to women so they can get women, basically. Just like what Derrick Jackson was doing. And I don't understand why women don't understand this, because I know a lot of women that's gonna say all men don't think like this, and there's some real men who can only be with one woman, and a real man will only be with one woman. Little do y'all know is that they'll be the biggest cheaters and the worst men. Or two, the other type of men who only believes in having one woman or only has one woman. Besides religion, let's throw religion out here, because there is some religions that, you know, where they're faithful when they believe in only being with one woman, or if that's how they was raised, they came from a whole family that's married and that's what they believe in. Of course, that's something completely different. There is them type of men out there, and them the type of men I can actually understand and I get, because if you was raised that way, or if it's part of your religion, that's kind of all that you know, basically. So, but besides them, it's the men who can't get no woman besides one. A lot of men, and this is the truth, with the whole, we know the saying from Chris Rock that said a man is only as faithful as his options. We done heard that before. It's one of Chris Rock biggest quotes. A man is only as faithful as his options, which is true. And that goes to say this is that a lot of men are faithful by force, meaning that they got this girl by the skin of their teeth. Or she has a higher sexual market value than he does, or she look better than he do. So he's so happy to have her that that's basically the only woman that he can get, and he's so glad to have her. I heard Fresh and Fit say this a lot of times, and it's true, is that if you gave the average guy, let's say the average guy that's in a relationship or claims that he only wants one woman or claims that he don't like a bunch of bitches and all of that. If you gave him $1 million, a Lamborghini, and gave him a six pack and all of that, I guarantee he would be out fucking all of the hoes. Most men only got one woman because that's all that they can get. If you a regular dude or you socially awkward, if you one of them type of dudes, which a lot of dudes is, you can barely get one woman. So of course that's what you're gonna say because you can't even find them or you're not even able to get multiple women. But most men who able to get multiple women do have multiple women. Now, let me say this. I should have said this in the beginning, is that I don't believe in cheating, and I believe that you should be able to tell a woman what it is. You should have your stuff that together that much, and you should be that much of a catch that you should be able to tell a woman like, hey, you know what time it is, or it should just be an unspoken rule. Maybe like a lot of these celebrities do, they just don't commit to the girl, like how Diddy did Cassie and a bunch of other, celebrities did to women. They just strung them along, or they just was just dating for years and years, and it never turned into marriage or nothing serious. And the woman just accepted it or or just knew what it was. Um, to me, that's how it really should be. You shouldn't lie to a woman. You shouldn't, I don't believe in that you should lie to women, that you should tell them what they want to hear. That's where all of the drama comes in. At the most, you can lie. What is it? Tell a, what is it? I forgot what it's called, but basically, don't lie, but then don't tell the whole truth also. Like, if a woman asks you, is you looking for something serious or do you want to get married one day? You just leave it real generic. Like, if I find the right one, or if the feeling is right, or I'm open to it if the right one comes along, and then the right one never comes along. Like you saying stuff to like you're not flat out telling her, no, I'm gonna be out here fucking with all of the hoes, and no, I ain't gonna never get married. You can't be that direct with most women, unfortunately, and that's why it's most of the time most of the time it be women fault that men lie to them, and we done heard that before. It's because women do want you to tell them what they want to hear, unfortunately, and that's why a lot of men do lie, because you can't tell the truth to women. They want to live in a fantasy land. Because in the reverse, because women say, "Oh, I want you to tell me and be direct with me." No, they just want you to basically let them live a lie and let them live a fantasy. That's why it's better. That's why a lot of women say they don't care if a man cheats long as they don't find out. And that's why I always say that it's only really cheating if the person find out for real. And so that's how a lot of women look at it. Like, just don't bring nothing home to me. Don't get her pregnant. A lot of women do have that mentality. Like, as long as I don't know or I'm not getting embarrassed, it's okay. And a lot of men is like that, shockingly, too. Because you will be shocked at how many men accept cheating or take their girl back from cheating. That's what blew my mind when I started to see my friends and other people who would take their girl back after cheating on them. Like, because most men is not supposed to be able to take a woman cheating, or not supposed to accept that for different reasons. Now, people can agree and disagree with if that's a good or a bad thing or not, or if it's a double standard. But like they say, there's double standards with everything. Just like the double standard of men supposed to pay for everything. If somebody break into the house, I'm supposed to risk my life. You know, women don't never have no problem with them double standards, or women get in the club for free, or the man supposed to pay for the first date. You know, these type of standards women never have a problem with. They only have a problem with the double standard of men being able to cheat and do what they and do stuff like that. That's when the double standards is a problem, when it don't benefit them. But I say that all the time. People only want or believe in the double standards that benefits them, which is crazy. But anyway, so that's what I always say. But most women know too, and this is the thing too, is that most women want the guy that cheats anyway. And this is why I say that what I'm getting at is this, is that there's men who don't cheat. And them usually the men that women don't want. And that's what's always the catch with it. There's some regular dude, socially awkward dude, a dude who makes 30, 40K a year, a dude who works at McDonald's or Walmart that won't cheat on you. You can get that dude, but you won't do that. So it's like cheating is not the most important thing to you. So that's why you can't really require it, because most women, if the dude got enough money or he looked good enough, y'all will deal with it. So that's y'all own fault. That y'all won't settle for a lower value man that won't cheat. Y'all won't settle for that. So that's your own fault. Because y'all can, like I said, you can get a man that don't cheat. You just want the top tier man, the good looking man or the millionaire man not to cheat. And that's unrealistic, because back to the saying, a man is only as faithful as his options. And that's why most women claim that they didn't got cheated on before. And it's because y'all all deal with the same men. And this goes back to the saying of that's always said, is that women just have unrealistic expectations, and y'all to a certain degree is delusional when it comes to dating and men. Like y'all want, like every woman, y'all want the super fine, super funny, super rich. Y'all want this 1% or even 10% man. Um, all of y'all want the same men, but there's not enough for them to go around. There's a limited amount of them men, but all of y'all want them, so that leads him to cheat because he got the pick of the litter. So I never understood why women don't get this. Like, men fall into this trap sometimes, but most of the time, men, we know, like, if we get a 10 or a super beautiful woman, we know that we got to be that nigga or that dude. We know we have to have our stuff together, or we not gonna keep her. Cause we know she gonna get attention everywhere that she go. We know that we in a constant battle, and we in competition with other men anytime we dealing with a beautiful woman. But for some reason, women don't understand that when you dealing with a top man or a man that's a catch, you in competition with other women. I don't understand why women just don't get that. And then most women, getting back to the classic Kevin Samuels thing, is that most women don't qualify for this man. Like you got 300-pound women, or women who know they are 5 or 6 on the scale, trying to get this super high value man, knowing that you don't even qualify for that man. And then they don't get that a man will sleep with you, because these type of women. Well, I didn't dealt with this type of man. I didn't had a rich man before, but where is he at? Did he marry you? No, because he was just hitting. And that's one of the biggest things that women don't get, is that women really don't understand the difference between um a guy who wants them for sex and a guy that actually wants to be with them. Even though women that got pumped and dumped and y'all have been used so much and cheated on, y'all still don't understand the difference. Y'all still think that every man wants y'all, when y'all don't, and y'all still don't get that. Most men just want to sleep with you. They don't want you for real. But um, but yeah, but that it is what it is. But see, this is what I say too, is that most top men, you look at a Hugh Hefner or a lot of these athletes, and we know rappers, like I said before, women know that Chris Brown got a lot of hoes and he got a lot of women, and there's still women that will line up to would have paid to see them, pay to take a picture with him. You got women who will pay to take a picture with Chris Brown, and you got a whole bunch. These same women will sleep with Chris Brown if he would let them, knowing that he got other hoes and it's only gonna be for one night. So that's what's crazy is that women, y'all want men to commit to y'all and be with y'all and only be with you, but for the right celebrity or for the right man, y'all will be his side piece or y'all will let him just hit and toss y'all to the side. So women is already hypocrites within themselves when it comes to that because most of y'all, like I said, Drake or any of these celebrities that women know got a lot of women, y'all still was sleeping, y'all would still talk to them, knowing that they got women. So that goes to show right there that y'all don't care. The women only try to tie down and make lower value men monogamous because they feel like, well, you not Chris Brown or Drake. You should only be with me. You ain't all of that. That's how women kind of look at it. But what women fail to realize is that what you think of somebody is not what other people think of somebody. They don't have to be Chris Brown or Drake. If I'm able to pull five bitches, I'm able to pull five bitches, regardless of what you think. So it's up to you if you want to deal with it or not. So most women like, well, no. But see, most women realize that they get caught in the catch-22 and they get caught in a cycle of, okay, you leave this man, hop to another. Like, that's why I always say women just hop from God to God to God. And it's crazy that nobody really stops and think about how much women does this. Like, we know as soon as a woman get out of one relationship within a week, if that, if not the next day, she's already talking to somebody else or she was dealing with somebody else the entire time. And that's another reason why you shouldn't have one woman, because women cheat now just as much as men almost. So why keep one woman when the chances are she might end up cheating on you? And that's what happened to a couple of my friends. I know a couple of my friends who didn't cheat on that girl. They tried to be faithful and she ended up cheating on them. So it's like, it's kind of like cheat or be cheated on for real. It's sad to say, but that's what it is. And then as a man, you the one supposed to be sowing your wild oats and it's more acceptable. How are you the man and you faithful and you got this woman cheating on you? Like that looks terrible. So, I mean, I agree with them. That's why poly is becoming big. And then that's another thing, especially in today's age where women like women so much, it should be even more accepted to cheat. And I'm not even gonna say cheating because, like I said, cheating is sneaking and lying. But to touch on that is that, like I said, is that women like living a lie. So men feel like they have to lie and cheat because you can't be straight up with a woman. They would rather you play the game and live in fantasy land, like I said, of long as you like a woman can know that you cheating, and it's still better than her you actually telling her that you cheating. Like, a woman could go through your phone, and this is another thing. This is the main thing. It's so much with this. I didn't have so many points to drive this home that y'all should just realize that I'm speaking facts. But this is one of the most important things also is that every woman, well, not every woman, but majority of women claim they've been cheated on before, right? Most of them claim they've been cheated on. But this is what I noticed is that when have you heard of a female leaving the guy the first time that he cheated? Most of the time when a woman leaves, the guy done cheated multiple times, like 3, 4 times, then had a baby on her, then just then slept with her sister, like it didn't got disrespectful basically is when they leave. So that's what I always say too, is that women not really against cheating and really don't care about men having other women because if that was the case, y'all would have left the man the first time he cheated. Y'all always let the guy cheat 2, 3, 4 times before y'all leave. That in itself shows that y'all don't care about cheating like that. And lastly, I'm gonna end it with this is that the reason why you have to have a side piece or an extra person is because of what is it called? Performance anxiety. I do believe that exists. When a woman knows that you the only thing that she the only girl that you got, that's why she treats you like shit. And men will tell you this. When women know that there is no competition and she know that she got you, she gonna become lazy. Men can do this too, to a certain degree, but we talking about women. And that's why you always, even like I say, even if you don't have other women, your girl better believe that you could get other women. That's the main thing. She better know that you can get other women if you really want to. Because if you don't, she's gonna treat you like shit. That's when the sexless marriages come in, or the sexless relationships, or she started tripping and acting like she don't care. It's because she know that she got you. Listen to dudes who didn't have multiple women and got high value. They'll tell you that you get the best of a woman when she knows that you got other women, because it's a competition, and women love competition. They love competing for you. It's just part of their nature. So that in itself is a reason why you should have more than one woman, or have that illusion of that you can get other women. It's because it will make your girl act better, and it will make her chase your validation more. Nothing is worse when a person know that they got you. Like I said, this could be me and Ian women. But once the person know that they got you, they're gonna take advantage of you. They're gonna get lazy. Keep that in mind. And I'm out.